in regard to the ongoing conversation about gerrymandering, the two states, the three states, I would say, that are being focused on the most are Texas, because they just did it, California for wanting to respond to it, and Illinois for having done it on the Democratic side. You can point to Illinois all you want. Illinois is clearly gerrymandered by the Democrats. There's no question about it. California and New York actually have independent committees that redistrict their maps, not just the party that wins the state house. But the bottom line to all of this is that there was a bill that was put forth to end gerrymandering in every state. There was a federal bill put forth to end gerrymandering in all 50 states. Every single Democrat voted for that bill, and all of the Republicans voted against that bill. Everything else is talk, right? We can talk about how bad Texas is, and they can talk about how bad Illinois is, and we can talk about how disgusting it is they're trying to do it in another state, and we can talk about California wanting to reply. But at the end of the day, it's all talk. Where the action is where you really find out what people are about. You want to end gerrymandering? Look at the bill that would have ended gerrymandering and how every Democrat voted for it and every Republican voted against it. That's where the proof is, right there. Watch this.
But when you're winning in Illinois, you're happy to play by these rules.
Again, I've condemned all gerrymandering across the country. And in fact, when Democrats had a majority in Congress, they voted to ban gerrymandering in every state, red states and blue states. Do you know how many Republican members of Congress joined them in that effort?
Which one? I'm sorry. Which state did you just refer to?
I'm asking, do you know how many Republicans joined Democrats in the U.S. Congress to ban gerrymandering? All the Democrats voted for it. 0 Republicans voted for it. 0.
It's an odd.
You can spare me the both sides rhetoric. It's clearly one side that is trying to rig the rules in the middle of the game. This is like 2 football teams coming out of the locker room at halftime, and the team that's ahead says they want to change the rules for the second half so they can win the game. All of us would be throwing food at the TV if that happened. We don't accept cheating in our politics. We don't accept cheating in our relationships. We shouldn't accept cheating in our elections.
You've done the same thing as us, and we are going to, by the way, if you do it, we're going to ratchet it up even more, in the words of Gavin Newsom.
My party has never gerrymandered in the middle of the decade at the request of the President of the United States, nor would we. The only way this is going to happen in blue states is if Texas executes this power grab. You mentioned Massachusetts. Do you know the party of the governor that signed that map into law? He was a Republican. It was a Republican governor that signed that map into law. So I just want to be clear with our facts, and I don't want to muddy the waters. All of us, whether we're Democrats, independents, or Republicans, we should stand up to politicians who don't want to face accountability at the ballot box. That's exactly what's happening here. And I asked you, if Republican policies are popular, why do they need to redraw these maps? Why can't they just run on their policies?
I'm getting wrapped on time. I'm enjoying this conversation. I want to let it go on, and I apologize. That's such is the nature of cable television.
Isn't that convenient? As soon as the person being interviewed brings up the fact that Democrats voted for a federal ban on gerrymandering and Republicans voted against it, all of a sudden we're getting wrapped. Which happens in cable TV, but it always seems to happen at the most convenient time, doesn't it? Yes, Democrats have gerrymandered states like Illinois. Democrats have gerrymandered states like Texas. That's a fact. Both sides do it, which is why it needs to end across the board. So why don't the Republicans in Congress want to vote for a federal ban on gerrymandering? If you want to know why gerrymandering is still a thing, that's the group you need to ask. Why did you guys vote against this? Instead of pointing to Illinois, which we know is gerrymandered, we can point to Texas. You can point to another blue state. We can point to Ohio. We could do that all day long. Point to the vote on the bill to end gerrymandering. Why did the vote get opposed by all Republicans?